Welcome to the Box Score Sports Podcast.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, let's start with the headlines, and we're going to talk about Drippy's Packers because
that's the first one we're talking about.
To my dismay, they have made the playoffs this year. To my disliking, they have made the playoffs this year. They beat the Chicago Bears. They beat them 17-9. Jordan Love had himself a game.
Sure did.
What are you thinking, man? Packers.
Can't get rid of them. They're like that annoying mosquito that keeps biting at you, keeps biting at your throat. You can't get rid of them. They keep coming.
Yeah.
You know, it's man. But Jordan Love, man, I think I told you this off the podcast last week, Ryan, when I was like, did you check out Jordan Love's season numbers this year?
Yeah.
He's actually had a really good season this year. Like, I think a lot of people are sleeping on Jordan Love. Jordan Love is playing amazing. He's playing stellar. He's doing way better than Rodgers did last year.
Yeah.
So, and I think he's doing better. I think I heard from somebody that he's done better than Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers' very first year taking the realm, right?
Yeah. So, just to be fair, I'm going to be the wet blanket just a hair. They had the fourth easiest schedule this year.
Sure.
So that does play a part. Last year, I think they had the 19th worst or strength of schedule. They were 19th this year. They were fourth. So they had a pretty easy schedule this year. With that being said, it's crazy that he is playing the way he is, as good as he is. It's funny because he makes some like really silly throws at time, and man, sometimes he can throw the ball. Like there's some passes that I'm just like, man, I can't. Like yesterday, he threw it in between two defenders in the end zone, and the guy, his foot ended up being out of bounds. That was a ridiculous pass.
That was.
So unfortunately, I think we might have another at least good quarterback, at the very least a good quarterback in Green Bay. So that's a little disheartening for me. It is.
And a young coach, Matt LaFleur, that I feel like is going to be around for quite a long time, Ryan, in that division in the NFC North. So I don't think you're getting rid of the Packers anytime soon. You know,
well, it's ridiculous. By the way,
Drippy said Jay Love Super Bowl MVP. Drippy got the Packers winning the Super Bowl.
Well, I don't know about that.
And he said,
Drippy, come on.
He said, yes, sir, better than both on their first year. So he agreed with me about Jordan Love played better his first year taking over the Packers than Aaron Rodgers did and Brett Favre. So that's impressive, bro. I will agree with you.
Yeah, I'd have to look at the
Go ahead.
numbers, though. I kind of would like to do a deep dive in the numbers. Like, is one of, like some of it like might be the extra game. Like he got to play 17 games versus 16, so that's going to make the numbers look a little larger.
When was Aaron Rodgers' first year? Was it in 08?
08, yeah. And they were coming off, I think, Brett Favre the year before. Didn't they go like 13-3? Am I correct about that?
Yes, they did, I think. I can look at the 2008 Green Bay Packers standings, but Aaron Rodgers had 28 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, over 4,000 yards his very first year.
Yeah,
with the Packers. His first year after Brett Favre went to the Jets that year. Jordan Love's got more touchdowns and less interceptions, and his passer rating, they got the same. No, actually, Jordan Love got a way better passing rating than Aaron Rodgers did. Aaron Rodgers had a 93.2. Jordan Love had a 96.1.
Yeah.
So it could be. I mean, you could be right. It could be because that extra game. But Jordan Love had 2 more touchdowns better than Aaron Rodgers did, and I think Aaron Rodgers got more yards though. Let me just double check. I'm just flipping back and forth. No, Jordan Love did. So
yeah. Well, when you play an extra game,
that
helps. Yeah,
right. Yeah. So it's pretty close. Pretty close. Yeah. I must say.
Well, yeah. What was the strength of schedule? Well, we don't have to get into all that stuff.
Right.
But maybe one day, we got all off season. We can do a comparison between Love and Rodgers and kind of talk about it, and Favre.
Right.
But yeah, it is kind of crazy how good. I could have never predicted this, man. I just couldn't.
I mean, actually we did. You know, I did in a couple weeks ago. Um, I
Oh
must
yeah,
say.
I think we
Remember, I
both
said, I
had them
said, I said,
winning. Yep,
yeah, yeah.
the
You were
playoffs. I
saying,
mean, yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. You said that you were afraid to face the Packers the first round in the wild card. Um,
yeah. Like I didn't want
so
that. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. So I mean, I think that Cowboys loss now, Ryan, might be good for you because you didn't want to play the Packers heading into the playoffs right away. You know, I think it's good that you guys are playing the Rams right away and let the Cowboys play the Packers.
yeah,
Because I mean, I think the Packers might, you know, I know a lot of Packer fans. Drippy's just saying Detroit's losing the first round. Eagles are choking hard, and all we got to do is beat San Fran, and we're in the Super Bowl. And that's a good positive mindset to have as a Packers fan. But I'm going to tell you this: the Cowboys are undefeated at home. They
mm,
have played nonstop, uh, great football here down the stretch in this season when they're at home. The Cowboys are playing phenomenal at home. So
yeah.
it's not a gimme, Packer fans. It's not a gimme, but it's going to be a good game. I'm excited. I'm excited for the playoffs.
Yeah, I am too. And let's face it, though, Drippy. To be honest with you, the last team you want to see in the playoffs is San Francisco because
Yeah.
San Francisco has had Green Bay's number for the last 5 years, 6 years. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
maybe longer even. When was Kaepernick?
Mm-hmm.
When did Kaepernick run all over them? 2014. So it's been a long time.
2012. He ran over them
Yeah,
like
yeah,
three straight years in a row.
yeah, yeah. So I don't know if I'd want to put my eggs and we can beat the San Francisco 49ers basket.
No, he didn't
And
say
I
that they
think,
would. He's just saying we just got to beat San Francisco. So I think
yeah,
he's worried about the Niners. But I'm not going that far because even if the Packers do beat the Cowboys, they got to play the Niners right away the next round. So
yeah, that's fair.
So
That's fair.
I don't see the Packers going to the NFC Championship game. They could beat the Cowboys because the Cowboys are known to choke in the playoffs. But I
Sure.
got to give it to the Cowboys though, as far as based of what I saw from their home record and how they played at home this year. They have been a very unstoppable team at home. So that's going to be a tough game for the Packers.
That's fair. And here's the thing is with I'm like it's funny because I'm actually gonna probably root for the Packers playing against the Cowboys because I think it'd be hilarious for it's kind of like one of those things. I
Yeah.
really didn't want them to go to the playoffs. Now that they're in their playoffs, it would be kind of funny to see the Packers beat the what's it called there the Cowboys. But I don't think like him saying that the Lions would lose to the Rams. I think the Lions will probably beat the Rams personally. I think that place is going to be popping,
Oh
and
yeah, for
then
sure.
then the first team, like you said, they have to play the next round. The Packers would be San Francisco.
Right.
So it's like you got to get out of that second round. I don't know.
Right.
It's a tough.
But
It's going to be a tough
hey,
tough
look, if it ends up being
hill.
Packers Lions in the NFC
Oh,
champ
don't.
game,
Mm-hmm.
Ryan, we gotta do a Packer Lions get together, man, because that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Gotta have some
That'd be
Packer fans
crazy.
over. Gotta have some Detroit Lion fans. I mean, you're the only
Oh, I don't know
Detroit
if I
Lion
could do it.
fan.
I'd be so anxious, man. But I would do it for you. I would do it for you. But I'd be so anxious. I'll be pacing. You'll never see
Oh
me
my
pace
goodness, and that's
like
what I
that
want to
before.
see. That's what I
Yeah.
want to see. I want to see Packer fans nervous. I want to see Detroit Lions nervous because I'm not a fan of either team. So it's gonna be fun, like looking from the outside in, like seeing how everybody's feeling because that would be a fun game to watch.
Yeah. And the nice thing about the Packers, they got their run game going too, which is
Yep.
really nice. The bittersweet thing about this gotta be for Packer fans is like I don't know if Joe Barry now will be let go. Like Joe
Oh,
Barry,
sure.
so we'll see
Yeah.
what happens there with their defense. But yeah, you want to catch up with Drippy's comments?
Yeah, he said, of course. Well, no, he said, like they said last time, Packers had a win in an end game against the Bears and they won the bowl. That's true. The last time the Packers did have to do a win in game and play, and they did go to the Super Bowl, didn't they? Or won the Super Bowl that year with Aaron Rodgers?
They were the 6th seed.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. So the Packers done this before. So I get where Drippy's saying with that. And then he said, of course but we got to break that losing streak. I think he's talking about the Niners.
Yeah, that's fair.
Packers winning again. J Love is destroying that defense. Talking about the Lions.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, come on. Maybe. The Lions defense has been better, but
It
yeah,
has
maybe.
been. It has been.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be a wild game, like because I don't think the defense for the Packers are going to be able to stop the Lions either. So it's could be a wild game. But Drippy, let's do it a game at a time. Okay, let's get through the Cowboys first, and then talk about
He
them
said
beating
thank
the Niners.
he said Thanksgiving all over again.
Uh,
Oh no.
yeah, let's hope not. Drippy, why you gotta come on here like that? I don't understand. Throwing bullets. Yeah, come on. Um, let's focus on the Bears side of it. So
Sure.
Justin Fields, he mentioned after the game. So he had an okay game. It wasn't that great. It wasn't awful, but it was okay. And he mentioned that it might be his last time as a Chicago Bear. As the Bears, if you're the GM, what do you do with having the number 1 overall pick and Justin Fields? What would you do with that situation?
Yeah, if I'm the Chicago Bears, I'm not moving on from Justin Fields. He's still young, 3 years, only been in the league for 3 years. He's still young. He still needs to learn the game and grow. I feel like if you move on from Justin Fields, it's too soon to move on from a quarterback that's going to start in his very first year, regardless of how good people think Caleb Williams or Drake May or I'm hearing Jaden. What's that other guy's name? Jaden
McDaniels. Right?
McDaniels. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see. I don't see how that's an upgrade because you're getting younger as far as from the quarterback position. Whereas Justin Fields has experience. You just need to keep trusting in Justin Fields, surround him, and build. I think the Bears should go after Marvin Harrison Jr. and
Mhm.
have him be next to DJ Moore. And Justin Fields needs weapons, bro.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard. It's kind of bogus. Like if he was like in his 8th year, 9th year, hasn't taken the Bears to the playoffs, then that's when you move on. It's like, okay, it's time to move on from you. Like it's only his 3rd year, bro. I think they're moving too fast. They shouldn't do that. That's a big mistake.
Yeah, and I think with your thought process is right because the other part is like if he's regressed, you probably would move on from this point. But every
Right.
year, if you look at his stats, he has gotten better.
He has.
He's played less games last year. I mean, this year than he did last year. So this year he only played 13 games.
Mhm.
Last year he played 15, but he has passed for more yardage. He had almost the same amount of touchdowns, missing 4 games. He has thrown less interceptions, and his QB rating and is better. So like, and his completion percentage is up. So all I'm saying is like he has slowly progressed. So I'm with you. I would stick with Fields, and I would just surround him with as much talent as possible, like Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yes, absolutely. Eric said trade the pick and build around Fields. So he thinks that they shouldn't even pick anybody. Do what they did last year with the Panthers, trade that number 1 pick, and just keep building like they did with the DJ Moore trade. I kind of agree with that, but at the same time, I think Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to be a star caliber wideout this year or in the NFL moving forward. I don't think you move on from Marvin Harrison. He is the
Fields.
most guaranteed.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he is
I'm
the
with you
most
now.
guaranteed prospect that I know for sure is going to have a successful career. I don't think you move on from Marvin Harrison. I don't think you trade that up. You grab Marvin Harrison if you're the Chicago Bears.
Right. So the question is like for Eric's point, right? Like,
Mhm.
what if Washington, they're number 3?
2.
Who's number
The Patriots are 3.
Okay. So what if Washington wants to make sure they can grab Caleb Williams, right? And
Sure.
they just want to move up that 1 draft pick,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Or like the Patriots really want Caleb Williams because like the Commanders are going to go after a QB too.
Sure.
So if you can trade down to 3 with the Patriots
and still get Marvin Harrison,
right,
plus an extra asset. Yeah, I mean, I can say it all depends. It all depends on what the other teams are willing to give up too, though. If they're just trying to just swap draft picks and you're not getting anything, you might as well just stay. You know what I'm saying?
You'll have to get something.
You're going to want some
right.
compensation for that.
Yeah.
So. We'll see what what New England would be willing to give up to get the number 1 pick. I'd be really interested in that, because If I'm New England, you're good. You want a quarterback. Everybody's saying get Marvin Harrison Jr. The Bears should move on from Justin Fields, but I don't think if you're the Bears, you move on from Fields. So I think they go and get Marvin Harrison. I don't think the Patriots are going to get Marvin Harrison Jr., where a lot of Pats fans do want him, but who's going to throw to him? Even if he did land it to the 3rd seed and the Bears ended up getting a quarterback, that doesn't make sense.
No, I agree. I'm with you. I'm with you 100%. And like, if you're the Commanders or the Patriots, you got to get a quarterback. Who's picking 4th, I wonder?
The Cardinals.
Okay, so that would be the one team that you wouldn't want to get behind, because the Cardinals will probably keep Murray.
Right.
And they would rather have the quarterback. Did you want to go ahead and read Drippy comments?
Yeah. Drippy said, after he came back from injury, Justin Fields came back crazy, won 4 out of the last 6 games, I believe. That's right. That's what I'm saying. Like, Justin Fields you guys can't move on. The Bears can't move on from Justin Fields, bro. That's way too soon.
Yeah.
Way too soon.
Yeah. And think of the Josh Allen trajectory. I think it was his first 3 years, and then eventually the 4th year he exploded. It could be potential for Justin Fields that way too as well.
Exactly.
So,
and I'm just saying, you get a rookie quarterback as good as Caleb Williams is claimed to be. He's going to struggle with that Chicago Bears, what's surrounded by them. So that's not getting the Bears better. No. That's keeping them either the same as if he was with what they were with Justin Fields this year, or they're going to be worse. They're not going to get better. Like, Caleb Williams is going to take them over the top into the playoffs and winning the NFC North. I'm sorry, that's not going to happen. So my best bet is you just stay with Justin Fields, and like what Eric said, just build around him.
Yeah. I think we agree on that. Okay. Yeah. Anything else about the Bears or the Packers before we move on? We'll talk about the game in a minute. Anything else?
Yeah, I think that should be it. Everything.
Okay, let's go to our next topic then. Let's talk about... Thanks so much for watching this clip of the Box Score Sports Podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.